APEC was founded in 1989, and it represents one of the most important regional economic groups that includes countries both in the Asia-Pacific region as well as the Latin America and Caribbean region. And each year there is a leaders summit at the end of the calendar year, toward the end of the calendar year, where important issues such as further enhancing the trade and regional integration agenda in the region are discussed. APEC also is important in regard to broader trade policy issues, such as informing decisions and a voice for the Asia-Pacific region as it relates to the WTO agenda, as it relates to specific broad global trade policy objectives. The upcoming meetings in Sapporo, Japan in the beginning of June will include meetings of both senior officials in the Asia-Pacific region, APEC member economies, as well as a ministerial, an APEC trade ministerial, where all of the trade ministers from the 21 member economies in APEC will meet. As part of those discussions, there will be a dialogue on efforts to increase and expand opportunities for trade facilitation and increasing transparency in the region as a part of the overall APEC agenda. Work that we've done at the bank suggests that when one thinks about aid for trade and investment in the aid for trade agenda, that the potential greatest benefits to aid for trade are located within the context of investment in regulatory reform and policy reform. We've estimated that $1 of aid for trade going into that particular agenda promises about $697 worth of expanded exports, expanded trade. And in APEC, that agenda is very important. The research department of the World Bank has just completed a new paper that includes a series of updated trade facilitation indicators in areas such as hard infrastructure, ports, information and telecommunications technologies, as well as indicators of trade facilitation such as state of regulatory systems and the business environment as it relates to trade. Within the context of that work, these indicators could be useful in informing priorities in the APEC agenda. Well, the outlines for this year during Japan's chairmanship of APEC in 2010 are still in the process of coming together, but there's been, of course, a great emphasis on finding ways within the APEC agenda to help sustain economic growth in a post-crisis environment. And I think that overall theme will clearly be present in 2011 when the United States chairs APEC.